Hi, Sarah here from smallbusinesssarah.com. Today, let's talk about bookkeeping for indie authors. So, basically, there are two options that I recommend. The first option is a spreadsheet product that I've created specifically for self published authors. This is perfect for authors who have a low budget. Maybe you're just getting started and you don't have too many expense transactions yet. It's perfect if you don't have separate bank and credit cards set up yet for your business. Or if you just don't want to hassle with learning a new program right now, if you just want to keep things simple, get your bookkeeping done, then my spreadsheet is a great option for you. You can find a link to it in the description below. The second option is QuickBooks Online Simple Start. QuickBooks is the bookkeeping program that I do recommend and use with all of my bookkeeping clients that I work with. You can sign up for the Simple Start version. It's going to have everything that you need. So QBO is perfect if you're a growing indie author, especially as you begin to sell direct. Using a spreadsheet is less advantageous when you begin thinking about the consequences of possibly sales tax or things of that nature. QBO is great if you really want to save a lot of time and automate your bookkeeping, and it's great if you've already set up those separate business financial accounts, a bank account and a credit card. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can very easily use QBO to do your indie author bookkeeping. I'm going to come over here and go to All Apps, Accounting, Chart of Accounts. Now, the Chart of Accounts basically tells QuickBooks what to call the different categories that you're using. You can create your own custom chart of accounts so that, for example, we will have an Amazon book sales line item, revenue line item, draft to digital, Kobo. You could have different line items and customize it to your business. Also expenses that make sense for an indie author. Now, I have already customized my chart of accounts, but if you would like to go ahead and snag your own version of my custom chart of accounts for self-published authors, then go ahead in the description. You'll find a link where when you sign up for my newsletter, I'm going to send you that free chart of accounts CSV file so that you can start off with QuickBooks customized specifically to a self-published author. And then when you snag that, you will just simply come to this chart of accounts page and then go to this import button right here, and then you'll be all good to go. In my QuickBooks playlist, I also have some of these kind of more getting started videos. If something I'm covering you're not familiar with, you can head over there and find the piece of information that you're missing. Most of our time we're going to be spending on the bank transactions page. Once again, that's All Apps, Accounting, Bank Transactions. Now, I have already linked in our sample client here the separate business bank account and credit card. But on our bank transactions page, QuickBooks is bringing in all of the deposits and all of the expenses on the financial accounts that we have linked. And our job is to put them in the correct place so that when we look at our financial statements, we're looking at information that makes sense to us and information that would make sense to an accountant or a bookkeeper looking at your financial statements as well. Now, this is an easy process, especially if you have uploaded the chart of accounts that I've provided for you. We're going to start in business checking, and I'm just going to walk you through a few transactions. So for example, we have a deposit here from Amazon. We can click on it to expand. Now QuickBooks is going to suggest an account for us, and we can decide if that account is correct. So in this case, QuickBooks is suggesting the book sales, Amazon book sales account. And I'm good with that, so we're going to leave that alone. I always recommend adding a customer or a vendor. It's just going to make it easier to find information later if you need to. So we're going to add Amazon as the customer there. And then we can either hit post here or we can hit post here. Now QuickBooks has learned that in our most recent Amazon deposit, we gave it the customer name of Amazon. You can see that added for us right there. We're happy with that. And also, they remembered that we liked the book sales, Amazon book sales account as well, and it has suggested it there. If we didn't like it, we could even change it right here in the drop-down menu. So we're going to hit post. And for draft to digital, for those book sales, we'll handle it that way as well. I'm going to go ahead and find draft to digital customer, add that. I'm going to find the account that I want. In my case, I just call it other book sales, but in the chart of accounts download I gave you, I have a special line item for draft to digital sales. So we're going to click other book sales. This is an income account type. And then we're going to click post. So you can see how easy it is. There are other types of income in here, which I have created rules for some of that activity, which makes it very easy to just go down the line and post things as needed. Let's do an expense on the credit. For example, we have GoDaddy here, which was the purchase of a domain. We're happy with the from and to. We're happy with the expense account. And we'll go ahead and hit post. The more you have used QuickBooks, the better it gets at remembering how you've categorized and suggesting how to categorize. For example, you'll see over here QuickBooks is suggesting that this Shopify expense should go to Shopify monthly fees. And if you click on it, it tells you all the different times where you have categorized this transaction in a similar way. So that is super helpful if for some reason you just can't remember. And I am going to take the suggestion and categorize my Shopify monthly fee to this category. So basically, that's how we handle our income and our expense items. If you are adding money from your personal account to business, you want to choose owner investment. If you are removing money, paying yourself from your business, then you want to choose owner's pay and personal expense for the account. Those will also be on your chart of accounts download. So now let's see what things look like in reports. We're going to go to reports, standard reports. Let's look at the balance sheet first. The balance sheet is as of a certain period of time. Usually you want to choose a month-end period of time. So let's choose last month. Most small business owners should be on the cash basis of accounting. And the balance sheet will show us how much we have in assets on hand at month end, what our liabilities might be, if we've collected sales tax. This is one reason why using a spreadsheet once you begin direct selling is less than ideal, because the sales tax considerations begin to become confusing. And then equity, which would be money we add in or take out. Now let's go to the profit and loss, the report that everyone loves to look at. So reports, standard report, profit and loss. Let's do December of 25. Okay, this particular sample company that we're using has many different revenue streams, but one of those revenue streams is book sales, and you can see some of the items that we categorized on the bank feed. You can see that populate here. Like I said, the chart of accounts downloads I give you is going to have things broken out like draft to digital, Kobo, things of that nature. Going further down the line in expenses, you may have things like book advertising fees, online tools and services that you use specifically for book production, such as Book Funnel or KDP Rocket. Here's some of the website expenses that we might have categorized. And for the month of December, we made a measly $228, but hey, that's something. So as you can see, QuickBooks Online Simple Start is simple once you get the hang of it. It will certainly help if you grab that chart of accounts download. I would not attempt to try QuickBooks if you have not separated your business and personal expenses. If you don't have separate business accounts, then linking accounts to QuickBooks and then trying to categorize a mix of business and personal just becomes quite a mess. But once you have started doing things like selling direct, or your business is really booming, then turning to QuickBooks to be able to very quickly and in a very automated way prepare your financial statements each month is a great thing. I hope you found this helpful. Definitely take a look in the description for links to other videos that may help supplement the information presented here. And best of luck on your self-publishing journey. Bye.